Hi everyone, my name is Chris and I'm the founder of GamerCycle, the patent-pending exercise bike that allows you to play your favorite video games while you passively burn up to 700 calories per hour. This proof of concept video series shows that GamerCycle is a powerful fat-busting machine. On September 20th, 2024, I began my 90-day GamerCycle challenge, and the challenge was simple. All I had to do was ride my GamerCycle prototype whenever I played video games. Well, over those 3 months, I played my favorite video game, PUBG, an hour and a half per day, and I lost 21 pounds. And I had a blast doing it because I was playing more PUBG than I ever played in my entire life. GamerCycle has come a long way since I filmed this cheap video series in my basement, so go to GamerCycle.com and get your GamerCycle today.
All right, so today is the 20th of September. And this is day one. There he is. And this is day one of my 90-day experiment. Already has a silencer. That's pretty nice. It is day one of my 90-day experiment after being off for about 2 months when my last prototype quit on me. Spent the last 2 months putting this prototype together, and now I'm pretty excited to do a whole bunch more gaming. My first game in weeks now, so I expect me to be pretty rusty. Also haven't been able to exercise since my prototype quit on me, so I'm probably a bit out of shape too. Should be a fun day. I've been wanting to do this for so long. It's funny how somebody shooting at me. Not sure if that was a real player or not. The pattern seemed a little different, and player did not just run out into the open, wait for me to shoot it, so could be my first real battle in a long time. And this, if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I'm not very good at those sort of things. Lost track of that guy. Feeling rusty for sure. So if you've seen any of my other videos before, you know that I'm not the best gamer. I'm here to prove that it is possible to exercise and play video games at the same time on a GamerCycle. And right now I'm riding my fourth generation prototype. Somebody around me. Two sets of footsteps around me. So this Fox guy is close to me. These guys are shooting at me, I think. But I'm sort of right in between two people right now. was not the player I was thinking of. That was a bot. Car coming up. And I know that Fox guy is around here somewhere. So as I mentioned, I'm riding my fourth prototype, which is sort of a makeshift version. My previous version fell apart on me. A lot to learn about exercise bike craftsmanship. Luckily, you can pay people for that sort of thing. There's that guy. Driving a boat. Not even close. I have shot somebody out of a boat from this distance, believe it or not. 400 and something meters. Should be in my videos somewhere. Thinking it might be fun to get across on this ferry and maybe see if I can take some more shots at that guy. You know, I still only have a level 1 helmet, so it might be a bad idea to see if I can find a better helmet. I'm gonna make it! Hard shot to make. Just moving so fast. Level 3 bag. Feeling that. And if you look over to my right, you'll notice that I'm already at 200 calories and I'm only in my first game. It took me a little while to get into this game. Some camera problems. But I'm playing my favorite video game right now, and I'm already at 200 calories, and I've been playing for 20 minutes. It has me on pace to do about 600 calories per hour, which should be pretty amazing. Even though it's my first game back, I'm feeling pretty good. Definitely feeling a little more tired than usual. It's really late on the West Coast. It took me a long time to... There's that boat that he ditched. Maybe he camped at the bridge. A long ferry ride here. Maybe I'll edit some of that out. Not even close. What if you can get killed by the propellers? And now I'm storming the beach. Lot that I missed. Strange place for one, just hiding under the bridge. $226 calories so far. Haven't even more bots. I think I hit that guy in the head, so maybe a good helmet to grab. That's very me. Not hitting the head whatsoever. I stand corrected. Headshot there. Could use a few more bullets. Could use a longer range scope. So, what is a GamerCycle, you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. So, GamerCycle is the first ever exercise bike that's been developed by a gamer for gamers. I use the term gamer pretty loosely. Obviously, I'm not exceptional at this game. I'll never be a Sedome or a Tickleton or a Choco Taco, but I do enjoy my video games, and I hate doing cardio. I hate exercising. Even though I was a personal trainer for a really long time, I really just don't like exercising. So the question is, how do you do it? Especially when you want to do long duration zone 2 cardio, because that's what's the best thing you can do for burning fat. Maybe I should take that car. Not too far. The best thing you can do to burn fat is to do zone 2 cardio around 130, 140 watts, maybe even 120 depending on who you ask, for a long period of time. At least 4 to 5 hours per week. I think it's probably better to do more like 7 or 8 hours per week. But who has the time to do that, right? I don't. And for the longest time, I didn't do cardio. I did weights. I had the hardest time losing fat because I wasn't working in this magical zone 2 where you burn the majority of the calories that you're burning from fat. So I started thinking, how do I do more zone 2 cardio? And then I realized, I have to do like 5 or 6 hours a week for it to be meaningful, and I'm already playing video games 5 to 6 hours a week, so I need to find a way to combine the two, and that's what GamerCycle is. It's a way for you to get the exercise you need while playing the video games you love. It's never been easier, just pedal and play. And you can see I'm not even in my second game yet, and I've already done 300 calories. Way out in the open here. Spending maybe a little bit too much time talking and maybe not enough time gaming. But that's why I'm here. If you want to see the best player in the world, you might want to switch it to a different channel, because I'm probably going to disappoint you any minute now. But you can't deny that I'm exercising right now at a pretty good clip. Maybe working a little bit too hard because I'm at about 170 watts. And I think my magical number is more like 130 watts, which is 1.5 watts per kilo. And right now, if you look at my my metrics there, you can see that I'm going faster than that. Working harder. Very tempting. Is that an ace? That is an ace. Okay, somebody coming down this hill, it sounds like, at some point. That is a rock. Close, but and you know you're working in that magical zone too when you're still able to talk, but you can tell that somebody's exercising a little bit, so you can tell I'm a bit out of breath. But I'm still able to carry on conversation. I'm not building up any lactic acid in my legs. It's a very comfortable pace. 4 left. First game in weeks. Don't really have a good place to sneak up on these guys. Jolly Colt won that. Now he seems to be engaging the other player, so that's good for me. Must be up on that hill. So I'm probably pretty safe here. Use a few more bullets and a smoke. So I think I'll play out the rest of the survivor pass. And then I might move over to an RPG or something different. It's the amazing thing about GamerCycle is that there's always motivation to play. You don't need to be motivated to exercise. You just need to want to play your video games. So I don't have eyes on either of these guys yet. We know Crow is up top there, but he may have come down by now. He was shooting after... That's not him, right? No. He was shooting after he killed that last person, so it makes me think that the other guy's up there too. If I can just be patient here, might be in a pretty decent position. 300 calories. I'm on my first game. Incredible. Sees me. He's way up there. It's gonna be hard for him to get me. I mean, not that hard to get. Now he's got me looking up there and he's probably moved on. There he is. He's probably not expecting me to... It's definitely up top there. Okay, I got steps over to my right. Is that him? Nope. He's up there somewhere. Yeah, not sure if he's still in zone or not. He's out of zone if he's still up there. Doesn't seem to be going for that crate. Zone's coming in. He's got to have moved by now, I would think. Probably not on that side. Probably gone off to the other side. Don't see him there. So I'm pretty confident that he's off to the right of this wall. Keeping those feet moving, keeping the head on a swivel. It's a pretty good idea where I am, though. It's probably not the zone that I want anything to do with. Could have heard him. Can't get up there, it looks like. Can't get up there. Okay. Good to know. Know for next time. But he's got to be off to my right somewhere. Probably has a pretty good idea where I am. I saw him up there for a second. Nothing. There he is. It hit me pretty good. I will take that. Just gonna keep using up all of his. Get over to this side. Did hear him. It's got to be back there, I think. Could be coming up behind me. There he is. Get him moving with a grenade, maybe? That might have hurt him. First game, first win. GG, man. Well, gotta say I'm pretty happy with that. I was not expecting that whatsoever, so on to the next. All right, and this is game 2. As you can see, I'm already at 437 calories. Having a great day. Just jinxed it. I'm probably going to get destroyed right now. First bot that jumps out. Jammer pack. There were some no bullets though. There were some people who jumped close to me. Not sure if they're bots or not. Chances are probably. Steps. Some scurrying. Do not. Probably pay a bit more attention than that. He does have the bullets that I need, so just duck down behind the wall.
Well, it's about time.
Finish this little sweep here. Of course, dropping the wrong thing. You know, the toughest part, as I was saying before, the toughest part about exercise is just the time commitment that it takes. You know, you have family, you have kids. You have family, you have kids. Hit me pretty good there. But for some reason, I'm always able to justify finding the time to play video games. So this is a great way of combining the two together. And I'll tell you, I really find playing video games more enjoyable when you're on a GamerCycle. When my prototype broke, I barely played at all. It just feels like you're floating when you're playing. It feels like you're actually there, moving with the character. It's very immersive. Crate over yonder. See if I can get a fix on that. Yes, please. Nude one. So if you've watched any of my previous videos, as I was saying, turns out my original prototype was really underreporting the amount of calories I was burning. Saying I was more like 450 per hour. I've since gone to a couple. I've since used a couple professional grade exercise bikes, and I've tested them, and it turns out I'm more like 500 to 600 calories per hour. So to put that in perspective, there's a pound of fat has 3,500 calories in it. So you can see how you play a few hours a day, you can start melting the pounds off pretty quick. And that can mean a lot of different things for a lot of different people. It could mean that you're going for your six-pack and it's purely aesthetic. It could also mean that you're trying to be healthier for your kids, your family. There's that crate, basically right on the line that I drew, so got to start getting into the habit of doing that a bit more here. Probably overkill to smoke, but I've been picked off too many times. Going for crates. The Moss is pretty difficult for me to pass up. It's such a good gun. Although now I only have, I still have my canned sight, so that's good. Only 60 bullets. Third-partied. Slippery. Just a bot, obviously, but still a challenge for me, unfortunately. Especially when they start doing this. Missed. Flat out missed. Never used this gun with a long-range scope on it, so this could be interesting / embarrassing. Oh yeah, I forgot how slow my 4X is. I never use 4Xs on assault rifles for that reason. I just have it set up too slow. Live and learn. See how we're doing. I'm like right in the middle. If I can get up on a rooftop or something. Don't see anybody behind me. I'm sort of right in the middle of the zone right now. First step, I think. Trying to keep moving. Yeah, this is never really a good play for me because I'm just not a very good sniper. I did have a few good games like this, but most of the time it's embarrassing. There's a car over there. Nice if that car was in here. Thought I heard a footstep. $562 calories. Second game in. Might play 3 games today, so pretty easy for me to get to, about 800 calories. Okay, so that didn't work out. Actually, I'm going to get across the road right now. I think that's part of the immediate need here, so get that road out of the way. Don't see anybody crawling on this hill at all. Should definitely be meting up if I'm somewhat safe, and I think I am. There's that crate there. Another one landing right on top of me. Have a smoke ready to go. So there was a player shooting from that direction not too long ago. He might be thinking about the crate as well. There he is. I'm really going to miss that canted sight. Something that's always frustrated me about this gun is I almost always lose my canted sight. Now I'm basically stuck with a long range scope, so who knows, maybe I'll look out and find one in here. Nope. 2X will be better for me. Not my favorite. Looks like I do have to go back this way towards that road, so was that guy up behind me? The clothes he was wearing seemed a little bit bot-like, so should have had that. Hip shot. Not my best shooting, but I am feeling pretty rusty. I think I was lucky to hit him at all there. See if I can catch anybody coming in. Maybe a bit behind on the rotations. 4 left. One of them's a bot. him to move. Crap. Not going to have any cover from this guy when he gets here, so coming straight at me. No way I should have had that guy, but still managed to get him. I don't think I did any damage to him when he was in the car. Nobody with me at all this time around. So it looks like I'm going to be doing a lot of looting for a few minutes. What's really amazing is how easy it is for time to fly by. Like, you get into this flow state when you're playing a video game, and then all of a sudden you look down and you realize, wow, you know, I've already been exercising for over an hour. I've already been exercising for over an hour. I've already burned 700 calories just by playing my favorite video game. Life is good. Much prefer the red dot. Yeah, as I was saying, you just get into this flow state. You get locked in. You forget about time. And all of a sudden, you've been going for so long. Smoke grenade launcher, or definitely have to pick up that repair kit. Don't see them very often, and I think they're definitely a bit overpowered. Definitely need some more bullets, and then I'm on my way. Be nice if I found a sniper rifle. Deploy this here, give me a little bit more pack space. And it's about time to go. Haven't used the muzzle brake a whole lot yet. Interested in trying that. Quick calorie check, 735 calories. And I'm only on my third game. And as you can see, I haven't been overworking. Exercise doesn't need to be as strenuous as the fitness industry would lead you to believe. You don't need a personal trainer. You just need to be consistent. And that's what GamerCycle does, man. It's the second that you take your Xbox out of the living room and you put it onto your GamerCycle, you'll never go back to the couch ever again. I never will. This is how I want to do it forever. It's just so much more fun. It's more fun to play while you're pedaling. That's a bot. I never pass up a bot. Does have a suppressor look like, so I'm going to go and pillage that. Might have heard a footstep behind me. Got botted. Can I do one more game? And I'm back in. After the way that last game ended, I thought, I can play one more game. I've already been exercising for an hour and 25 minutes. And it doesn't feel like it at all. Just been playing my favorite game. And just pedaling and playing. That's it. That's as simple as it is. That's the slogan, in case you haven't picked up on it already. Just pedal and play. Exercise has never been more fun. I think I can maybe take a few shots at this guy. Just a bot, but it would have been fun if I would have caught him out of the air. How does he have a suppressor already? I don't get this. I look all over the place for him. It seems like bots are falling out of the sky with suppressors in their hands. Little two bag. And the other the selfish thing about GamerCycle, like I can say that, you know, do it for your kids, do it for, but I used to feel if I would play 2 hours of video games, I used to feel kind of guilty about it. I don't feel guilty at all anymore. Aw. Just trying to think of a fun way to kill that bot. There are a few players over that way. Not sure if they're bots. They did sound pretty mechanical, didn't they? Probably not too much to worry about, although I did get taken out by a bot last game. And I feel like my reflexes are slowing down a little bit. Definitely running out of things to say. This is a super enjoyable experience. I find games are so much more immersive. The time just flies by. It's not like going to a gym and sitting on an exercise bike and just staring at that control panel for hours on end. I mean, you couldn't pay me enough to do that, honestly. I'll take that. Slow game so far. Well, for how much everybody tells you Erangel's like the best map, I don't know. Definitely not my favorite map. Stuck on this ledge. Somebody on the other side of that wall. Oh. Four steps off to my left. If you watched any of my games before, you know that I prefer to go on foot. I like to assess and try to understand where people are. I find as soon as you jump in a car, you have to sort of regain all of that intelligence when you jump out, and everybody knows where you are, so I really prefer to go on foot. Probably doesn't make for the most exciting gameplay, I'll admit. But that's not why I'm here. $884 calories. I could pretty easily do 1,000 calories. Easily. What am I doing on zone here? So the way that I have this 4.0 prototype put together, I can barely see my map, which is not making it easy. What is that? Oh, nothing. Don't see anybody, haven't heard anybody. I think I'm just south of the flight path here. Do have to get going in this direction. Crate up ahead of me, but it's a bit out of range. It's kind of the other thing, you know, even when you're in one of these lulls when the game is slowed down, it's not crazy exciting, you're still making progress. You're still becoming a better you, however you want to put it. So if you are looking for a way to exercise, do this. If you've never exercised before, this is the way to get into it. You know, I always sort of think of this as kind of a gateway drug where where, you know, if you've never exercised before, maybe this is what sort of gets you into it. And then maybe later you're thinking, you know, maybe I want to try some weights too. Maybe I want to try eating better. This thing's a game changer, I'm telling you. And this is only day one. This is my first day of my 90-day experiment. Hopefully the bike holds out that long. It is the 20th of September, 2024. And today I stepped on the scale. I think it was 182 pounds. And I got a body scan done today. And they said I was 28% fat. You know, I can't believe that. So we'll see how much I can lose over the 90 days. 28%, unbelievable. We'll see how much I can lose playing PUBG. Can't wait to get up and do this again tomorrow. It's just that much fun. 900 calories. Wow. So I'm in zone here. Can't see. I can't see the zone number because of the way my prototype is set up. But it looks like we're only in phase 2. As a new person, that would just be so intimidating. When I was a personal trainer, people would come to me and they'd exercise with me 2 or 3 times and they would never come back. And I would think they were the problem. Now I know I was the problem. You got to make it. Has to be a bar, right? Yep. You have to make it accessible for people. You have to make fitness accessible to people, to regular, everyday people who don't want to bench press 400 pounds. And that's what I'm trying to do with GamerCycle. This is fitness for the rest of us. This is fitness for people who don't have the interest. 100% fast. That's pretty nice. It's fitness for the rest of us who don't see themselves as those people covered in chalk or screaming at screaming at the mirror and that sort of thing. Grunting in the gym. You don't have to be that. So I'm kind of out in the open here. Zone's coming in too. I should have jumped in that car a few minutes ago. I'm not even sure how far I have to go. Yikes. Phase 3, I believe. Phase 3. I normally don't, but not liking the options. These houses are not in zone. Hopefully there's nobody around. It's always a risk taking the cars. You jump out, everybody knows where you are. All of a sudden you're eating a bunch of bullets. Pretorius. That's a pretty cool name. Yes, that's how I sound when I read one of these names for the first time. Pretorius. Okay, so I'm working my way back up to the edge that everybody's probably coming in on. Three Molotov cocktails, so Mollies are my favorite. That is a bush. Five left. 959 calories. I got to get to 1,000 calories today. You're having so much fun, it's kind of hard to stop exercising when you have one of these. Too far out in the open, eh? Yeah. Don't think there'd be anybody down that way. Wish I had a 3X. See that guy? Something over there that I just saw. I'm pretty sure I saw somebody over that way. This crate's gonna end up way out in the wide open. So it'd be a good place for me to catch people sort of coming in. Sort of have tunnel vision at this point. Don't feel like I'm seeing everything that I should be seeing. The bike just got way too easy. Two left. Two left, zone 5. It's got to be way out there. Pretty sure I saw somebody out that way. It was just kind of time to get my back to the zone so I know that he's not behind me. Really don't have any sort of fix on where this guy is. Love to do some damage with a molly. My last game. These are always very satisfying. Head over to the short side. No problem. Great game, 990 calories. Wow.